No, it's really, I'm like, it's just that brought up a great idea, and got to start the show.
Yep. That just means everyone else needs to hear what TJ's going to say right now.
Good evening, everybody. I'm TJ. That's Adam, and there's Steve, and it's Mayhem's Amigos After Dark. Welcome one, welcome all. Rebranding everything is a pain in the ass, I'll tell you. We were just talking about the NFL draft, and Adam made a comment that he thinks Steve could have been drafted to the NFL. Yeah.
I think Steve could have gotten drafted into the NFL before Shedeur Sanders was drafted at 144.
Yeah, would Steve have been drafted as like the designated team dong gazer? I mean,
I'm sure they could have put him on there for anything. They would have drafted him to take care of the lawn before Shedeur Sanders.
That'd be the best looking fucking football field in the NFL.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm surprised we didn't hear from Jerry Jones for that. That sounds like a move he would take.
Yeah. I mean, he could have made Steve the team dong inspector. Make sure there's no herpes on those dogs. Oh man, I'm not worried if you belch on my show. You can fart on my show. I don't care.
Now, to add one more insult to Deion Sanders,
yeah,
his oldest son was in the draft too, went undrafted, but was picked up as an undrafted free agent.
Oh, shit.
So he had two sons. Only one was talked about.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, that just goes to show you. Deion won.
Didn't he take an NFL coaching job for this year?
I don't know if they did or not.
That I don't know. I thought he was still with Colorado. I'm not sure. I mean, I hadn't heard anything, but I also haven't been listening too closely either.
Yeah, you got yourself muted now, Steve. Poor Steve, he goes through the beginning of the week, getting his weed in his system to get ready for shows, and the shows were getting canceled.
Wait a second. Too high this week.
What's happening, Brady?
What's up, Brady? What's up, dog?
And then what's even better is then yesterday the shows start up again, and now Steve's like in perma high.
And no, Deion Sanders is still coaching in Colorado.
Oh, okay. What's happening, Mikey?
What's up, Mike?
Louisiana.
Yeah, I would love to see Steve get drafted to take care of somebody's football field.
Oh, well, I get it.
You know they wouldn't ask for bet grass on that.
Yeah,
fucking bullshit.
What, you think they would ask for bet grass on that?
Yeah. Because I think in the early days, before AstroTurf, that's what they had. Like the old Busch Stadium when they played football in St. Louis. I think that was turf, regular turf.
Back like Lambeau.
Oh, yeah. Early 60s, 70s before AstroTurf come on. Now it's all that rubberized bullshit.
I think Lambeau and Soldier Field are still turf.
Lambeau is, I know that.
Yeah.
I think Soldier still is too. Yeah, Mike, is Soldier Field still turf? Do you remember? He might know, actually. I think Soldier Field still is, because that's your two last remaining original fields.
Yeah.
He says the St. Louis Battlehawks is turf.
Really?
I don't know who the hell they are, but
That's
they're in the UFL, like the Rocks Football League.
Oh, well, that's as good of an idea as the XFL.
That's kind of where it was. The Rock bought the XFL and then combined it with another football league so that all the players would be in there and made a new league.
I'll be damned. Yeah, Mike says in the Dome in St. Louis, they're using turf there.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, we've got – so you think they would go bent grass, huh?
It would be softer to fall on. It wouldn't be easy to take care of.
Well, I know DMAC High School back in the day, before the new stadium that they have now. Back when it was the old field, it was just regular grass and dirt. They went out there and mowed it and painted it. They called it the concrete jungle.
No.
Because everybody said when you hit the ground on that football field, it felt like you were hitting concrete.
Too much compaction.
Pretty much, yeah.
They need to come in with an aerator and aerate the area and open it up.
They did aerate it a couple times a year, and it still was that hard.
They
do what? Oh no, I think we might have lost him.
No, are they pulling the plug? Or are they deep tying in and just top dressing over top of that? Or
I have
and top dressing.
I can't answer that. I have no clue.
Oh,
yeah. See, now what they did do is they built a new stadium away from where the old one was, down in this field we used to use just to run on. And that didn't hurt as bad to land on.
No.
And they built that big new stadium there. And I'm going, man, I miss the old concrete jungle. That was... God, there was a lot of fun times. I don't know how many fist fights I got into with opposing teams at that football field. Okay, so Mike says the football field at SAG in Springfield is turf. And then Mr. Green, who owns Green Toyota, paid the school $1 million to build all of it at the West Campus at SHG. And they've got turf field like the Buffalo Bills. Oh, I didn't know Buffalo had turf still. But there's still an open roof stadium too, if I remember correctly.
I believe so. Which is weird for Buffalo.
Yeah, remember
in Green Bay. Yeah.
Remember if they had the only way you could get to your seat is you had to bring a shovel.
God, yeah, I remember that.
Do you guys remember it was a year or two ago they were asking for volunteers to help shovel their stadium
every year,
and they would give free tickets to those who volunteer.
Yep, I remember.
It'd be the only way I'd go. It's a Buffalo game.
I think it was a playoff game.
Dude, I would have definitely been there for that.
Yeah.
Definitely would have been there for that.
It's like, what seat am I going to be at? I'll shovel my way there and I'll stop.
Yep, I'll be happy. Just keep bringing me the beer. Hey, I'll put a pile in the chair next to me. Just put the beer right in that. I'm good.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Have
them bring out a bucket of bottles for you. Set it in the snow.
Set it in the snow. You're all set.
There you go. Throw some snow into the bucket to help out.
So be a little cold for wieners, though.
Yeah, it would be a little cold for wieners.
Yeah. You notice, TJ, we talk about beer and stuff. I'm not even an alcoholic.
Right.
Steve, why'd you bring a wiener?
Okay. So I guess it's a good question. You know, Brady's asking me if I was from here or from Illinois, or was I raised in Texas and then moved to Illinois and then came back.
You have quite the route to describe at this point.
It's actually kind of interesting. Okay. I get it. It's a serious question. It's actually really interesting to kind of describe it. My grandfather bought the land here in '84, and we built the house here in late '84 and early '85. I was, of course, I was really young. I was raised in Illinois, but after coming down here that first time, and vacationing down here for so many years, I got to know this area really well growing up, almost to the point of like if I would have been born here, I know it as well as a lot of the natives. Okay. From the age of 10, I was begging to get the fuck out of Illinois. I wanted to be in the Southwest somewhere, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona. Not Oklahoma, because I'm a Longhorns fan, and that's just sacrilege. Oh. Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, great. Okay. Joined the military, and instead of getting to do boot camp in Texas, I got to go to Roll Tide country and go to Alabama.
Alabama.
And then I went over to Europe, did my military time, which I've covered. I eventually did on my own after college and the military, moved to West Texas and southern New Mexico. And I lived out there for 6 years. Loved it. Which is why I'm writing a novel, about a lot of my experiences there.
Yeah, because a lot of crazy shit happened to you while you were there.
A lot of crazy shit happened to me since I've known Steve. Yeah. I mean, I have been the subject of a fantasy in a hot tub.
You've been fantasized about being stuck in a dryer?
Yeah. There's been a lot here, But I was told that my parents needed help, so I ended up moving back to Illinois. And there are a few good things that have come out of it. My friendship with Steve being one, my son being the biggest one. Adam and Julie, I never would have met them if I hadn't moved back. There's a lot of things that were good that occurred.
Yeah.
But all in all, the sum of my experience from being back in Illinois, really from the first year, it reinforced how badly I wanted back out of there. And I got the opportunity to move here to Central Texas, and I took it. It took me a while to finally pull the trigger, as Steve's well aware, and so is Adam.
Yeah.
I was on the fence about it for a while. But then I finally said, you only live once, and I've got to go to a place where I'm happy. And I pulled the trigger and came here.
Yeah. Happiness is always worth the risk.
So the roundabout way is, in a sense, traveling here as a kid and then living here. I guess you could say I'm from both, because from the very young age, I was 4 years old. Texas has always been in my heart. Now I just get to live where I love.
Yeah, if you ask him outside of the show, he'll deny being anywhere from Illinois at all. He's visited. His kid happens to live here, but he don't live here. He don't belong here. His heart is in Texas.
I've spread my seed in Illinois. Luckily, I know that there are no illegitimate children of mine in Illinois.
So far.
I hate to say this, but I hate to say this because nobody's ever mentioned this on the air. Really, when we've talked about this situation, but TJ is a grandfather.
Oh God. You had to bring it up. Oh my God.
I just realized it just popped in my head.
Yeah.
You said, I got a son in Illinois. I was like, wait a minute.
My daughter's up there. My grandson is up there. My son is up there. Yes, I
A
have.
grandkid.
I'm 45 years old. I'm already a grandpa. How bad is that?
Oh my God. You're going to be 60 and you'd be a fucking great grandpa.
You know what? I want that kid. Thanks a lot. But you know what? I want that kid
into being.
I want that kid to call me Pop Pop. Or Pew Pew.
Pew Pew.
Yeah, because that's the sounds that you hear at the gun range. Pew Pew.
Pew.
Pop works, though. I'm okay with Pop Pop.
I know Julie just told me from behind me she has a friend who is a grandmother at 34.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it. You know, they're like, okay, the little town that I was raised in, and I mean, God bless them. They do so much. They're very close knit, and it's Brady says Steve's a grandpa as far as he's concerned.
Oh, I'm twice as old as you, so.
But you know, again, looking at the little town I was raised in, God bless them, and there's still a lot of people that are very close there, and I've still got friends there. I mean, don't get me wrong, and I'll stop and I'll see them and I say hi, and when I come to town, it's just like, oh yeah, you're here. You're going to be gone tomorrow. Yeah, pretty much, I am.
That's just if you make time for them when you come up.
Well, and I generally do say, hey, I'm going to be at the bar this day and come on over and see me. Yeah, I may see one or two of them. My former, my childhood best friend, his now ex-wife, she's a bartender there. So I see her every time I come into town, and we get a chance to catch up and talk. Man, he really screwed that up because she's just as fucking sexy now as she was back in high school. My God.
So, when you're going to tap that?
Probably never.
You just have to remember to wrap it and tap it.
Yeah, that's boring though.
It can be as fun as you make it, TJ.
Man, there has to be like liquids that are involved.
Yeah.
No, but... Steve, not those liquids.
Chloroform?
Chloroform? What do you mean chloroform?
Here, young lady, can you help me with this? Does this smell like chloroform?
No, here, get it over your mouth. Over your mouth.
Take a nice big whiff.
Oh my God. Now next week I get to fly out to El Paso for work, which is great. Squirrel's going to meet me at the airport. So I get to go spend the night in Cruces and see my friends. And then she's going to drive me, hey, Catherine. Then she's going to drive me back to El Paso to get the truck I'm supposed to pick up in the morning and drive it back here.
Oh.
So I'm going to be getting into that truck with a hangover from hell because I'm going to see everybody back in Cruces and then drive back here.
Oh.
So that's good. I'm really not looking forward to the gas that I'm sure I'm going to release in the truck from my colon.
It's not going to be a brand new truck, is it?
No, it's not a brand new truck, thank God.
Okay.
Now, if I do get to go get the brand new truck, oh, believe you me, I am eating whatever I can to make sure that fucker stinks when I get back.
Just Walmart bean burritos.
Dude, I don't care if I streak the seat. I'm going to gag that thing up.
Give it flatulent burn in the seat.
Let's see. Chiefs, Buffalo, Saints, Seahawks, Lions, Bengals, Patriots, Colts, Cowboys, Texans, Vikings, Falcons, Jets, Giants, Chargers, Rams, Panthers, Titans, Ravens had turf but didn't work for them, so they went back to grass field. And these are the only teams with turf as of 2025. Good Lord, Mike, you took a little time to look that up.
Thanks for the research, Mike.
And then type it out.
Good on you.
Yeah, right? I mean, we were about ready to get into talking about Steve's masturbation habits, and
Yeah.
you brought that up.
Well, it still can because we're talking about grass now, and Steve is very excited about lawn.
Yeah, Brady says turf birds fucking suck.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Those rug burns.
Well, how would you know about rug burns?
Let's just say in my younger years, I did it on the bathroom floor one time. In a trailer, too. And she was a big and dude. So, I wasn't a big, but I was big. I was pretty big. That was when I was first having sex. So I was good at it.
And okay, so is there a geographical location that this occurred in?
What, the sex?
Yes.
Or the rug burn?
Well, you said that you had sex on a bathroom floor and a trailer. Where was the trailer located?
In Maweekwa, Illinois.
Maweekwa.
Actually, between Maweekwa and Macon. Right off the highway. It's more of a house. No, it's her mom and dad's trailer was in the trailer. Yeah. We did it. We got caught doing it by our grandparents on the hide-a-bed in her mom and dad's house.
Oh, shit.
Well, her mom and dad would let me come over because I lived in Springfield. So
okay.
her mom and dad would let me come over and spend the weekend, but I had to sleep on the hide-a-bed. I couldn't sleep with her. They didn't know, but I would get up in the middle of the night and go sleep with her. We'd have sex, and then I'd go back to the hide-a-bed.
Before anybody got up.
Before anybody got up. But then, one time they sent us back. We were probably at a picnic. They sent us back to the house, and me and Lisa started getting on the just do it, right? And I was looking out the window. The grandparents were pulling up. Oh shit! Your grandpa's here, and her grandma just walks in there. They don't knock and wait till you come to the door. They just knock and walk in. I'm jumping off and running in her bedroom, pulling my pants up, and she's pulling her shorts up. What are you
Grandpa's
doing?
getting the shotgun.
See, listen, that's why in the house for a young lady, wear a dress. It's just easier for us guys to,
exactly.
if something happens, covers quick. It's easy access. Do your guys a favor, ladies.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, I mean, you could have had this happen.
Sundress. Mm-hmm.
Come in, you're like, oh, hi.
What's up, Ty? Ty, it's good to see you here this evening.
How's it going, Ty? Yeah, this guy that my daughter's with right now, I mean, every time I hear his voice, this is what I want to do.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Little bit of burst fire there.
Oh, yeah. I'm just upset for him. I'm like, I want to do this so bad. But, I can't do it. I've got to be... I was told I have to be nice.
Sorry.
And I'm going, you knocked up my daughter.
Yeah.
Huh?
And, I get at least 3 phone calls a week. 3 a week from her mother. This is a woman who will badmouth me on a normal basis, or did until they got married. And now I get a call 3 times a week from her mother telling me about how how our daughter is being mean to her and cutting everybody out of her life. And I go, what do you want me to do about it? I am 1,100 miles away. What am I supposed to do about it? Ground her? You're grounded from Texas. You're not allowed to come here. Okay, I grounded her.
Steve will take care of her.
I was like, I'll hook her up with Steve. Do you want me to do that?
Yeah, I mean, you have high standards, right? You want her to be with a champion, right?
Yeah, I want her to be with a champion.
Yeah.
You got to put her with Steve then.
Has the child potty break yet?
Not yet. Child's not even a year
I don't
old
want
yet.
her. No, I don't. I don't do diapers.
Oh.
I don't do
Love
diapers.
that. Nope, forget it. That's diapers. Nope.
Once you potty trained, we good. But till then, nah.
Oh, Lord.
They have to be able to wipe their butt themselves. Mom, Steve, come out. What do you want? Wipe my butt. I don't want to wipe in your butt.
Okay, at a year old, they're not even going to be talking yet.
Right. So
you're lucky they bring a diaper to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, just pull your pants up. It'll be all right.
Hey, here you go. Ty says he's getting ready for work. 2 more months on 3rd, and then he goes to the tech center in Mossville. 4 10s, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, all first shift.
There you go.
You get ready for it.
My uncle retired out of the tech center in Mossville.
Okay.
He was one of their master machinists in there. So working at the tech center, he got to design the programs that ran new parts that were getting ready to be done. And he also got to explode a lot of parts in there too.
There you go. You got to have fun at work, really. And who doesn't enjoy blowing shit up in some way, shape, or form, especially at work?
Well, here's, I was thinking about this today, and I was like, what would I get if I hit the lottery? What would I do? Well, first thing is I would buy a compound, and I'd put houses on there for like Squirrel and her daughter, and Steve and 420 and Adam and Julie and their kids. So they would need like a 9-bedroom house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then, I'd build a house for me, and I'd set up like a pool and hot tub location there, and a state-of-the-art broadcast and recording studio. And I was like, but everybody's got to have something they can do. So I would be like, well, I would also have to buy a laundromat, and I would have I'd have it set up for Steve to maintain it.
Fuck yeah. I love the old laundromat.
Oh yeah, I mean that's like a license to print money.
Yeah.
You could have Steve and 420 run it and call it High and Dry.
There you go.
One side be a laundromat, the other side be a dispensary.
There you go.
That's not a bad idea, except this is Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't going to happen in Texas.
Not for a while. But yeah, I would get a laundromat and I'd buy it and I'd have Steve run it.
Oh yeah, I like quarters.
And in that way, if any woman ever got stuck in a dryer, Steve could go and help her right out.
You bet. Before after they get stuck in the washing machines or with a laundromat, the dryers always got great big doors on them. So some of those washing machines, or some of those front loaders are deep, and some of them ladies get down in there, and once their boobs falling past there, they can't get out, and they need help.
Well, I mean, and who's going to help them out of that, Steve?
Well, I'd be more than happy to.
There you go.
Even explain. I'll put my hands on their hips and kind of wiggle to the left, and wiggle to the right.
I'm sure, Steve, you would help any female in that predicament with the kindness of your heart.
Exactly.
And the hardness of your heart.
This phallus, yeah.
Probably at some point in time, I say, oh shit, my pants are falling down.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
This is getting downright rapey.
Then when I go pull my pants up, I accidentally pull hers down. Oh no. Steve, what do you do? Oh, Steve.
I've heard that if you take your clothes off, it'll help you slip out of there faster.
Exactly. I'm trained.
Usually the shirt bunches up and keeps you in. You got to take that off.
So, Ty, you had to take a pay cut to go to the tech center, but he said he wanted to spend more time with his family, and that's, I understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, taking the job I've got now, I didn't really take a pay cut, but I took a work cut, and it's like, yeah, I don't have to be there as much, which I like,
Yeah.
Now, I did get a phone call at 6:30 this morning from our dispatcher. Could you please come in? Could you please come in? I've got to figure out how this is going to get covered. Blah, 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 right? I'm like, dude, look, I got shit I got to get done today. Let me just go ahead and explain this to you. If you wanted me in today, you should have let me know yesterday. And then I would have thought about it throughout the day and it gave you an answer at the end of the day, and I would have been prepared for it. But now I have all this shit I got to get done today. No.
Yep.
Oh.
And then he was trying to talk me out of paying my bills to come into work. I'm like, nah, homie, don't play that one. Nice try.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't need to make that motorcycle payment. No, fuck, I don't.
Take a listen. Some bills you can pay over the phone. You probably shouldn't while you're driving a truck, but
I was like, you know what? Why don't you do a podcast from my old bank in Illinois? How about that?
Yeah.
Because we all know how well that works out.
Yep. What did that?
I'm at the fucking bank. Oh. Now, I still think some of my favorite shows that I did on Morning Disaster were Friday mornings when I was sitting at the bar. And I'm telling Steve about that big breakfast I used to get. Ray was making fun of the alcohol I was already drinking.
Admit it, there are a lot of people who, if they had the ability, they'd be drinking that early too.
Oh, yeah. And none of them need help.
Yeah. They are very functional alcoholics.
Hey, now, I resent that remark.
You resemble that remark.
Hey, wait a minute. I resemble what?
Yeah. You function really well while drinking your beer and stuff like that.
You know what? I don't need to take this shit. I'm going to go pour a drink.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, you
Steve needs to talk some racing.
What? Racing? I don't know about racing. I didn't know what the Fat Boy playing. He's a lazy bastard. No, he don't have no power. He was about power.
Yeah, 3,300 without power earlier today around 420 because of Transformer Blue.
Did Yeah, you realize it was around 4:20 it went out.
Yeah.
We know who did that.
420 strikes again.
He's still trying to catch up with me. And it never happened.
So you
Where
think
did
he's
TJ
still
go?
you think he's still recovering from Smoker Mania?
Oh, I know he is. I know he's.
I mean, we know he was depressed after the event from losing.
Yeah, but he came back from his depression when he went to the racetrack.
Yeah, or at least that helped, at least temporarily.
Yeah.
Really, Brady?
Yeah,
You think
thank you,
you're
Michael.
related to me from a past marriage?
Huh.
You
That's
think
a small
so?
world.
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibilities, I guess. So I have two exes, two
Oh,
ex-wives.
2 X's.
So
Oh,
which
which
ex
one?
was it?
Oh. Wow, you've been married 3 times.
Well, I'm not technically married the third time.
Oh, that's right.
So Brady, which ex was I related to you through?
Damn time. You get on a ball, motherfucker. Season's half over. It doesn't look like good this week, though. It's going cold, rainy.
Oh, from my sister. Okay.
Dude, what? Okay, what am I
No,
seeing here?
no, really fucking.
Yeah, which sister, Brady? I have two of them.
I look at the chat room and I see not from you, your sister.
Yeah. Apparently Brady and I were related due to a past wedding. Yep. Paris is my nephew.
Oh,
That is correct.
Oh, well, I'll be damned. So you and Brady are related.
Yep. So through my oldest sister.
There you go. Ty
I'll
says
keep her name
Fairbury
out of this, but yeah.
Ty says Fairbury is opening night Saturday.
Yeah, it's supposed to
There
be,
you
but not weather-wise. Don't look good. Supposed to be
Yeah,
cold
weather's been
rain up here.
Weather's been kind of funky the last couple of weeks.
Only in the 50s. The rest of the week, and rain starting tomorrow. Rain Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be bad.
I know we're looking at it's supposed to start sometime tonight, which I'm going to be honest, there's a couple of reasons I'm really excited for that. Not the least of which is when rain is hitting a metal roof. Like with my coach.
Yeah. There's something comforting about that.
I sleep like a fucking log. What's even better is we are not far away, okay? Everything's pretty much put in stone now. Coach is mine. My uncle got the property.
Awesome.
We have to get things cleared out. We have to get the other stuff sold.
Oh, yeah.
But the long and the short is it's pretty well chiseled into the stone, right?
Okay.
I got my place here. What I love about my place here is now, after I've got everything done to it, which I'm getting the pieces of the puzzle put together now.
Yeah.
I will be able to take my place here. And if I'm going to be gone for an amount of time, I could drive my home to another place and set it up, and I'm still at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
So when I put the lift on the back of the coach for the Harley, I'm making sure to add on a spot to put the barbecue pit.
Because hey, you got to figure out a way to get that down here, at least in a few years. You know, we can't have a competition between you and Steve if you don't get your pit up here. Steve will win by default.
Well, you're not gonna win cooking with gas over wood. But
yeah,
Brady
but he will win automatically if you don't show.
That's true. Brady's actually got a fair question there. What's the cost of living comparison from here to there?
About the same, honestly.
It depends on what you're really looking at.
Right.
I know for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath here in Central Illinois, in Taylorville, more specifically, with an attached garage, your rent is $950 a month.
Okay. Now that's in your subsidized housing, or is that normal?
No, that's what it would be without my assistance.
Right.
All right. Let me. I'm trying to figure out a good one to use.
That you have to pay a percentage of that. Right?
Yeah, I don't pay $950 a month.
Right.
Because that would eat most of my Social Security, as I'm sure you can empathize with, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not paying that. But like I said, I get assistances.
Yeah, I think this one, because this is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, I think it was supposed to be $650 or $625 just to rent it.
Well, I'm going to go with a decent. Okay, so we want to go with. We'll go with.
So you can either compare it to Steve's place or my place.
Yeah, let's compare to Steve's here. Ooh, that ain't gonna work. That's a condo. That's a condo. That's a condo.
A lot of condos. I look when you told me about those jobs.
Oh yeah, there's a shitload of condos.
Yeah,
that's the first thing I started looking at when you told me about them 2 golf course jobs. I want to see what the cost of living is at first.
Yep.
All right, so here we go. This is a 1-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
1 bed, 1 bath, and Marble Falls. Actually, pretty decent place. I've been by there 1,000 times. $825 a month. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's before any assistance or anything.
Right.
To give you an idea, like here's one at 300 Poker Chip in Horseshoe Bay. That's a 1-bed, 2-bath. That's $1,100 a month.
What's the point of that? A 1-bedroom, 2-bath.
Fucking right, yeah.
Well, that's easy. It's so the guests don't go into your bathroom to shit.
Yeah, I bet it's
okay. So it's one person living there. Whoever they bring over, that other person has to use that front bathroom. So the person to the door on the way out. It's like, no, this is my bathroom. My bathroom. You use that one up front.
All right, here's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath in Marble Falls. That's $1,075. 2-bed, 2-bath, $1,050. You know, and like I said, this is one of the better rental companies I found in the area. But if you look hard enough, or you know the right people, which I do, you know, there are other places. Like I've got a couple friends of mine that they run a trailer court, and they have a 2-bed, 1-bath place in there that they would rent for $700 a month. You know, and they're still making money on it.
Okay.
Right.
But, you know, it depends on where you're at, who you know, where you're living at. That's a big part of it. And the closer you get to like the resort areas like Horseshoe Bay or closer to Austin, the higher the money.
Yeah.
Where I live at personally, I'm in an unincorporated town. County is our law enforcement. We do not have POAs or HOAs or, I mean, there's some around, but not where I'm at. I don't have to deal with that.
There may be some POSs around, but not any POAs.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's one that's that black fucking stray dog that I'm about to shoot. That bastard tried snipping at one of. I saw that fucker try to bite a kid.
Oh.
I mean, he's aggressive, man. He'll attack people. He's already taken down a deer here on the property.
Okay.
Like, you took out my food, motherfucker. Now you're a dead dog. Groceries. So to give you an example, over the weekend I cooked a brisket. I picked up about a 13-pound brisket for, what was it? $44.
It's not terrible.
Steve's eyes lit up at that. Yeah, you heard me right. A 44-pound brisket for right at $44. Or about a 14-pound brisket for $44. What do you guys get for? And that's a full brisket. I mean, what are you guys getting for them up there?
I would say 65. If I was
brisket.
Hold on, I'll look at Sam's.
Julie's gonna look real fast
Okay.
to see what we can get it.
I bet between 50 and 70.
So
Last I heard was 130.
Oh, really? I suppose it depends on where you get it. Like I said, if you go to
Well, like Brady's in there going, holy shit, Smokes are cigarettes are going up. Mine are up over $11 now.
Oh, fuck, my brother pays up to 20 in Chicago.
It sounds to me like it's a good time to get off those if you can.
Yeah.
Every time I try, something comes up, and I'm like, fucking give them here.
That's just your life. You wait too long, something comes up. It's not just waiting for you to get off the cigarettes.
Dude,
that's another thing that I don't understand. It's a federal thing, but what he needs is just something like this. You pick up the truck stop, you just when you have a fucking shitty day, you just hit this motherfucker.
I can't.
I know you can't. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
They need to make it federalized so guys like you can, so you can quit,
So like
I think they really enjoy watching truck drivers hang out of their driver's window going, you motherfucking son of a bitch.
Okay, so for a 14-pound brisket, approximately, we're looking at like somewhere between $60 and $62.
Damn, I'm good.
Hey.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were looking at up there. They might have been looking at meat market prices up Peoria or something, but I've heard as high as 120.
Oh, I'm sure you want it.
Yeah, say the price I got was through Sam's. It's $4.30 a pound.
That's
so it's not going to be your Black Angus. It's not going to be your Longhorn. You know, I imagine those are going to be better quality and should be a higher price. But since you get it so close to the source, Well,
and I mean, I am very close to the source, so I could get it, $5 and a little change when he was 15 at the Arab store. That pack is almost $10 now. Yeah, Newport Reds, which down. Yeah, they're about 11. My Marlboros are over $11 down here now.
Oh,
and that's a pack. Gasoline is a great one to look at. My gasoline right now, it just went up again. We're around $2.45.
Yeah, I wish we were at $2.45. $3.22 today in Taylorville.
We're $1 higher.
Our gasoline, $2.45 a gallon. Diesel's right around $3.10. My Dude, I go and I buy all sorts of different stuff at the grocery store. I'm never over $70, and I've got enough food to last me a week and a half.
That's about what I spent. My Walmart order was $76, and I'll give you I should be able to get 12 days out of it.
Like I cooked up. All right, for the family being here over the weekend, I did the brisket, and I cooked up 4 racks of ribs. And I got all sorts of stuff, right?
Right.
And I was at $75 or $80 for the night that I did the ribs, and then I add another 44 for the brisket, and then my wood and everything. And I mean, and I've got a new way to start the wood. Oh, dude, I love the way I did that.
Did you buy a torch?
No, I got tumbleweed.
Oh, okay.
So I bought a box of tumbleweed, and they've got it all tightened down like little balls. And you can put the tumbleweed in there and then put your wood on top of it. And the tumbleweed is a natural fire starter.
Cool. So literally balls of fire.
Yes. It's like putting herpes on your wood.
Yeah.
And it'll definitely give you balls of fire.
Yep.
But no, I mean, if here in a little bit, I'll go grab one. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. But they are just fantastic for starting up the pit.
I think they're going to be in trouble. I've been watching now. So now I'm watching this new show called Barbecue Pitmasters.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I'm learning from the best. Myra Nixon. You ever heard of him?
Nope.
Oh, he's one of the best. One of the best smokers in the United States.
Where is he from?
That's a good
New
question.
York City.
I think he's from somewhere in the South. I know that because he talks like this.
Why are you trying to sound like you're from Louisiana?
It's because that's where Myron Mixon's from. Myron Mixon.
We're not cooking gator bites.
Oh no, he cook it all. He cook it all. He got his own barbecue sauce. I've been watching. Oh, I don't know what fuck.
And I bet none of it is cooked on gas.
I've been watching these fucking TikToks with this dude, and I thought about Michelle and I were going to do this way back in the fucking day.
Right.
We live real close to a fucking a propane company, you know, and they had tons and tons of old tanks.
Propane and propane accessories.
Damn it, Bobby! What the hell?
I wanted to take the fucking tanks and take the valves off the top of them, let them totally air out, and then make smokers out of them with the plasma cutter. Because I had a plasma cutter and a welder. And cut, you know. Or actually, we can make out of a 600-gallon tank. You can make a big.
Oh yeah, you can make a huge pit.
A big smoker. If you got a boat trailer, we always had boat trailers. We always finding junk boats and trailers.
Our competition pit used to be a 250-pound cylinder.
Yeah.
Or a 250-gallon cylinder. And it's one of the best pits I've ever used. But I want the bigger one. I want like a retired 500-gallon cylinder that I can turn into a fucking pit on a trailer. Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah, you have it. I shared it on our chat. There's these TikToks this dude just building. He's motherfucking big sons of bitches. And he has them for sale. For sale, too. He's got one on a trailer he wants like $1,600 for. And it's not very big.
Hey, you know what? People will pay it.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, this is just it's a small, the one I've got here is just a small indirect heat pit, which that's what I wanted. And man, I'm telling you what, I'm loving every minute of using it.
I'm a little worried, you know. I cooked for Brady the other night. I understand I'm smoking this. I'm just saying the brine put on the meat was good. I didn't smoke, but I just cooked them on the grill. Yeah, I've been too afraid to go back outside. You know, we fucked it around all the fucking night, and then I started my grill like at 4:30. And I was cooking, and they went to leave. Oh fuck! Did I turn the grill off?
Oh no!
And they just the other day, Grease said, "I'll stop and check as I walk out." And she fucking it was on low because I had everything turned all the way down. I just didn't turn it off. She said, "No, I turned it off." Like fuck, that motherfucker ran for 9 fucking hours. I'm running out of gas now.
Yeah, you probably are.
And you didn't have any meat on that to go slow, at least. Nothing.
I know.
Just waste.
Now, I've got my gas grill. I've got my infrared gas grill. I use that mainly for stuff that I want to throw on there and cook and get off.
Oh, yeah, hamburgers
after I get off of work. Yeah, you know, something quick. You know, I'll even do a steak on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to do a good steak on it, you know, but I'll do a steak on it. Yeah, I'll slap down like a round steak or something like. Oh, there you go. Fuck yeah. That's not even good enough to be called a steak. Now, if I'm doing my ribeyes, those go to the pit.
I put them on the grill. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, there you go. Steve's had those ribeyes, and he had the cheaper ones.
Yeah.
The ones I usually get. One of the ones I usually get are both of what the ones Steve got.
Brady, I'm gonna say this right now because I had Wagyu beef last summer. Big D bought one, and TJ brought me some steak for Christmas. And unfortunately, I hope nobody else is listening. I mean, I've already said this before. I preferred the ribeye over the Wagyu. Really?
The Wagyu, you have to kind of like it raw or rare.
Yeah.
And it's got to be quick searing off.
Yeah.
I mean,
it just has that off-putting texture, I think.
You know why?
Because it has so much
it's so much fat.
So much fat running through it, yeah.
You know, everybody brags about how the Wagyu is. It's so tender, and oh man, it's so tender. It's
tender, yeah.
But it's tender because it's 70% fat. I actually talked to my butcher about that.
I mean, those are the ones that you brought me for Christmas. I put them on the grill, man. I like my steaks rare of blue, so it wasn't on the grill very long. And I cut it with butter knife, so that was enough for me. That was very tender.
But I mean, I asked my butcher about it, and he goes, "Man, do you like tasting meat or fat?" And I'm like, "Dude, I want the beef." And he goes, and then you don't want Wagyu because it's 70% or more fat. And I'm like, ugh.
Like, if you give me the choice, I want a tomahawk. That's what I want.
Yeah. I want to go to that fucking place where they have the old 76er. I want to eat that motherfucker. I know I can do it because I love to eat the fat. Especially if the fat just got a little bit of hard searing or just a little bit crunchy, but you bite into it, it's dripping down your mouth. Oh.
and Brady's onto something there. Like, you know, the Japanese do like to flash cook just about everything. So, and Wagyu is primarily a Japanese thing. And Corey's right too. Fat is flavor, but too much fat is overkill.
Yeah. I mean, outside of the rare crispy fatty bite that you get out of a steak, have you ever just bit into just a bite of fat? Like not crispy. It's just it's really kind of off-putting.
Well, you know, like when you're cooking a brisket, and I'm going to give away a little bit here, but when you're doing a brisket, Of course,
Wait a minute, I gotta take notes. Wait a minute, I need to take notes.
you do all your preparation for it, but the biggest key with it, because you got that layer of fat, right?
Yeah, you got the fat
Put
cap.
the fat up.
So it comes down.
So as the heat starts, it melts it down, it pulls it through the meat, and you get the flavor out of the fat, and you get rid of the put the fat up. Let gravity do its thing.
Yep.
And
It will taste it by itself.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be a secret. I fucking knew that. I ain't that stupid.
But I've seen people who have done the opposite.
Well, yeah.
And I'm like, why? But yeah, you want to put that.
I love the fucking end piece of a ribeye or a prime rib, rare, blood dripping off of it.
Fat cap goes on top.
Yeah, the fat cap's got to go on top.
Fat cap always goes on top to cook it through.
Yep.
No, you think I was going to give you all of my secrets for the preparation?
No, some of them get shared after the competition, but not all of them.
Most of those go with me to my grave.
You gotta remember, I got a whole year to prepare for this. I might not be ready right now. But...
We've got to get the listenership up so we can do the reunion.
Well, yeah, I'm saying more and more every week. Brady's in there now. He's using.
Yeah, I like
why
having
aren't
Brady
you
in
in
there.
bed? You gotta work tomorrow with the president or whoever you work for.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Hey, Corey's even agreeing with me. They put the fat cap on the bottom. It's nuts. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Anybody who is any type of a cook whatsoever knows that the fat cap goes on top.
Yeah, it's like I don't barbecue. I don't have the means. I don't have a good enough grill or smoker to do it. But even I know fat cap goes on top because the fat will be stuck into the meat and baste it a little bit on the way down.
Hey, Brady says that him and Bree are off tomorrow, Steve.
Oh.
That almost sounds like an orgasm.
Hey,
no,
Steve, do you got to offer Brady and Bree some of your hot meat?
They came over last weekend. They're going to St. Louis this weekend. This is Bachelor and Bachelorette weekend.
Oh, it's the Bachelor Bachelorette party.
Yeah, you have to check out. You can buy them a drink. You can Venmo, Cash App, or Venmo. And you can buy the bride and groom a drink.
On one hand here, I'm really happy for Bree and Brady. But on the other hand, I've just got to ask, have you two really thought this out?
Believe me, dude.
Like, listen, I can't say much. I've been married twice, and I'm working on a third. So,
yeah, I'm not getting married again ever.
Just continue to work hard to make each other happy.
Yep.
And be willing to talk through your problems. I'm not going to do anything to make you hard, TJ.
I said I continue to work hard to make me hard.
Okay, that's fine. You can take that. You can handle that yourself. It's a hands-on experience. You handle that yourself.
Hey, I have got a good man-to-hand relationship. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad to see that Rosie is taking care of you.
And Steve has a good man-to-hand relationship too.
Yeah. As long as you guys aren't seeing the same woman named Rosie.
Oh, wow. So Brady says that, yeah, they've been together for 3 years. The only thing is that her family is just pretty much non-existent.
Oh, yeah.
You know? That can be a good or bad thing.
Well, that could be a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Like the last time I was married, the biggest arguments came up at the holidays. And it was, do we stay at home? Do we go to her? Do we go to my family? And then it would always turn into like my family got shafted. They got to see us for maybe 2 or 3 hours, and I had to go to bed.
Yeah.
But we had spent Christmas Eve with her dad, and then we'd spend Christmas morning with her mom's side. And I'm like, hey, I'd like to go see my family too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Thanksgiving was always a nightmare. Now it works out a little better. It's like every other year I get Riley. Oh, no, not that. Oof. Oof. If Steve, is Brady like Satan? You know Brady better than I do. Would you say that Brady is like Satan?
No, dude. No, honestly, he's the sweetest kid. I love him to death, man.
Yeah. Say, Brady, I can empathize. Julie's parents, when they first heard about me, after me and Julie got kicked out of Christian college, I was referred to as the spawn of Satan or the demon incarnate.
One of the two.
But now I am a blessing to their daughter.
Good thing they've never met me.
It's probably better that way. They'd be throwing holy bottles of water at you.
What? Oh, come on. I'm not that bad.
You haven't met my parents.
Yeah, the power of Christ compels you, TJ.
Are we prepared to start this argument now? Because I will win.
They are they're highly religious and very dug into their ways.
Well, let me guess. Let me guess. They would be the ones that I'd look up and I'd go, really? So you believe in the flood, huh? What did the lions eat on that boat? And they would look at me and go, the bodies of dead sinners.
No, unicorns.
No, God shut their mouths for the whole year they were on the ship, just like he did in the story of Daniel.
Whoa.
You know what, Bree? I got to agree with that. That one I will agree. I definitely will back that up. Because, look, I don't care if you're 18 or 80. If you're wrong, you're fucking wrong. And you need to mess up and own it.
Yeah, the adult thing to do would be to admit that you were wrong now that you have new facts.
Right.
And move on. Apologize for any, issues that you caused.
And if there's so much damage done that apology cannot be accepted, then you accept that as a consequence and you still move on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, Steve would never apologize to anyone for his assistance in getting them out of a dryer.
Oh, I'd apologize. All right.
No, you would help them out, and after you were done helping them out, you would just say, "You're welcome."
Yeah.
Oh, don't, no. Do not go with the Ray approach.
It's like Steve would be more than happy to help them clear out that lint trap.
Yeah, I didn't stand there. You're welcome.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You bastard. You're welcome.
Listen, if I helped Julie out of the dryer, whether she said thank you or not, I know that she's thankful. So I'm going to say, you're welcome.
Do you know how many times I have heard that over the years? You're welcome. You're welcome. You ungrateful bastard. You're welcome. Oh, you son of a bitch. You're welcome.
Then
you're welcome. You dirty son of a bitch. You're welcome. Thank you, Ray.
Yep.
We'll be right back after these words from Head West Subs here on 92.7 WQLZ, the rock station. I can't count how many times I've heard that over the years.
Maybe you're just not fast enough at being thankful, TJ.
What?
Come on, man.
I'm talking, he did it to Jimmy. He did it to Rage. He did it. I think he's even done it to Steve.
Probably.
Just, and he'll browbeat it until you're like, thank you. Like every time I turn around, he's like, yeah, well, I bought a friend a PS5 and I never got thanked for that. Or something of that nature,
Yeah.
I see the look on Steve's face like, that motherfucker.
I thought it was on the wasn't it? Was it not on the Lidl payment plan like the PS3 was?
The PS4?
Or PS4?
No, I think you were given that one, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to re-gift it. When I got my PS5, I had to re-gift the PS4. Now Brady and Bree have the PS4.
Dude, do you know how Marvin-like you sounded before you re-gifted the PS4? What, would you like to hear a little story?
I guess.
It's story time with TJ. Yay!
I'll tell you all a little story. See, back in 2015, Marvin, his only way around was a bicycle.
Uh-huh.
And Marvin's bicycle got stolen.
Right.
But, it was very sad. Marvin had no way around. So one of the local bicycle shops, who happened to be fans of Ray's show at the time, built and gave Marvin a new bicycle so he could get around.
Right.
And it was actually a really nice bike too, right?
Right.
Well, what Marvin neglected to tell everybody is he had insurance on the bicycle that was stolen.
Ooh.
So then he got the insurance check and bought another bicycle, and the one he was given, he put up for sale. And it's like, oh, you dirty bastard, And Marvin and I were texting. He's like, I don't see what the problem is, TJ. I'm like, then you are not paying attention, Marvin. You try to sell that bike after buying another bike with your insurance money. Do you know what that makes you? No. It makes you a dirty whore. Well, needless to say, he found a little humor in that. Not much.
Yeah.
But no, so he had, eventually he got it beat into his system, and he ended up donating the one he was given back to the bicycle store to give to somebody else in need, which was the right thing to do. But boy, they fought him for about 3 weeks to get him to do it.
Why
so
not, when you get the insurance money, why not just keep the specialty bike that was given to you and use that money elsewhere?
Well, it's like when I hear Steve, I start hearing it. It flashes me back to that every single time I hear Steve. Well, I sold my couch. Didn't you get given that couch? Yeah, but I needed the money. Oh, I got given a PS5, so I'm going to sell my PS4.
No.
Weren't you given that PS4? Well, yeah, but I needed the money.
I will sell this TV if it's interested.
Right there.
Make him. You come and get it.
Right there. Well, I'll sell this TV. It was given to me, and it still works good, but I'll sell it.
It does. It's only The only problem with it is two of the four has 4 USB ports, and 2 of them don't work. So somebody said the processor's starting to go out of it. So Ray bought me a brand new TV. So I have another TV in the bedroom. I have 3. Christina bought my first flat screen TV.
So why don't you take the one that's in the bedroom and actually set it up so you can turn it on when you're sleeping?
Because I don't sleep in the bed.
But if you had a TV in there, you think you might have a chance of sleeping in there a little more?
Possibility. There's a possibility. There is a possibility. What I would like to do is I'd like to get that 30-inch TV now and put that 74-inch TV up on the dresser. And then I might be able to get porn on that. Maybe I'll figure it out.
I'm telling you, you do not want to record on a 70-inch TV.
You can see every vein in that one.
Yeah.
QLED.
Yeah, Brady, you're right. There aren't. It's sad that there's not that many people that will give back anymore. It's pretty tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm waiting for Steve when Steve gets a new computer. I'm waiting for him. Well, I've got this one here and it still works real well. I'll sell it when all of the listeners bought Steve his studio. You know, I just see him like, I'll sell this computer for $250. Like, what, motherfucker? We bought that for you. Well, I need the money.
Yes, Steve. If you do that,
Oh God!
I can use my big screen as my monitor.
That all-in-one computer that he's got is actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I saw that when I dropped the steaks off, and I'm like, God, man, that is a pretty decent little setup there. And, like, it looks like that space that Steve's sitting in, it looks like he's crammed in there, right?
Right.
He's got plenty of room over there to relax.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not crammed in nothing. Except I'm crammed in front of this fucking computer because it's a bitch cat.
Yeah, we see your pussy's getting in the way.
Yeah,
he looks.
Daddy's been sitting at this computer too long. This is good, huh?
Yeah, she keeps putting her ass in your face. What's that all about?
That's just, oh yeah, I love you too. Oh yeah, I love you too. Yes, I know.
She's just like, Daddy, you need some tail.
I know. Normally, if Daddy's in the chair, take this medicine right this time. Time to play walk across Daddy's belly for 20 minutes while I said, oh, lay down.
Now, what does she do if you like rip a really loud fart?
They my farts don't even affect them.
She's gotten used to it.
She just like she does right there. She just shakes her head and moves on.
Really, Dad? Really?
Think that shaking the head isn't trying to get rid of the smell?
Shake it off.
Oh, yeah. She likes the smell. Oh, yeah.
So she likes the smell of your flatulence.
Yeah.
Now, she's never tried to lick the poop knife, has she?
Possibly.
No.
Oh, hell.
But she doesn't like peanut butter. So.
That's right. Daddy put that on his special screen, didn't he?
Oh. Now, I heard that there was a big power outage up there.
Near 420, there was. Apparently 3,300 homes lost power due to a transformer blowing. So it didn't affect me, and I don't think it would have affected Steve either. But still, it sucks for 420.
Yeah. Well, we actually had a tornado touchdown tonight.
Really?
Yeah, we did. Outside of Burnett.
Okay.
So, like I said, I'm still waiting for the pitter patter of little raindrops.
Uh-huh.
And as I've been waiting, I've been watching different stuff on TV, and I'm still trying to figure out what the hell an anal rain dance is.
I don't know. I don't even want to venture a guess.
Steve, would you know
What?
what an anal rain dance is?
Anal rain dance.
Yes.
Is that when a woman gets on her knees in front of a guy? They're both naked, and she wiggles her hips until he pees on her ass?
I'm glad you asked that question because I am Native American. My given name is Chief Shit Your Pants. I am part of the Arapaho tribe. So,
oh, God. Chief Shit the Pants? And you can tell us what the anal rain dance is, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, what is it?
That's when you do the normal rain dance, only you do it with your ass sticking out.
Now, does that involve anything coming out of your ass?
Not at the beginning.
No. What it is, though, is the leader, Chief Shits a lot. He starts the dance with his butt sticking out. And everybody runs around behind him and slaps him on the butt. And just keep doing that. Until eventually it'll start raining.
Now,
what kind of rain are you calling with that dance?
Now, is it advisable? Is it advisable for the leader, Chief Shits-a-lot, to get an enema before the beginning of the anal rain dance?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then perform the anal rain dance while the enema is still inside.
Yeah, yeah. He's waiting for the enema to dissolve. That's how he invented the dance. When he got his first suppository.
So, Chief Shits-a-lot has to receive an enema and then goes outside with no pants on and starts leading the rain dance while getting slapped on the ass.
Yeah.
Until the rain comes.
Yeah, until the rain comes. He just has
I think the rain here is in quotation marks.
So I would suggest you check the weather forecast before you go out there. If you're not calling for any rain, I don't think I'd try it.
Oh, God, I got to lift this and send it to Ray.
Believe us, modern people call that rain diarrhea.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yes, I agree. I don't know what to say.
Diarrhea. Diarrhea.
I'm not going to have it on toast.
What did you say?
I remember that fucking song.
Oh. That's all I know. I just know it was on this video. It was on some movie called Parenthood with Steve Martin.
Some will put it on toast, but I think that's really gross. Diarrhea. Diarrhea.
Now, see, I always heard it in regards to like the baseball diamond.
Yeah,
when you're sliding into first and you're feeling a juicy burst, diarrhea. when you're sliding into second and you're feeling little hectic, diarrhea.
Yeah.
When you're sliding into third and you feel a little turd, diarrhea.
When you're sliding in home and you feel a little foam, diarrhea. Diarrhea. Yeah. Oh, shit.
When you're sliding into home and your stomach lets a groan, diarrhea.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh,
that poor catcher.
Hey, come on, listeners. Let us know your favorite line of that song.
Oh, God. No. I was reciting the Californication version with David Duchovny, which was still his best part ever. David Duchovny playing Hank Moody was fucking great. That guy had a bad habit of letting his dick get him into a lot of trouble, and I would not understand any of that.
Oh, no, not St. TJ. Oh, no.
Oh, never. Would never understand any of that.
It's like not unlike the cop that you got people out of trouble with.
Wow, okay, Rage Jr.
How were those cups, by the way? Nice, fluffy, and fuzzy?
I do not recall this event that you speak of.
Uh-huh. I bet you don't. I bet the cop should.
I have had alcohol since then.
Hell,
I've had a lot of drugs since then. Back then, I was smoking weed, snorting coke, dropping shrooms. I didn't care. If it got me high, I was involved.
Your favorite drug at the moment was more. You didn't care what it was as long as you got more.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, what do you got? Oh, I'll take more of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was with Steve on one thing, like no needles. If I could smoke it or snort it, game on, but no needles.
Yeah, no.
And I never, I got to give myself credit. Like, I never touched meth.
You don't have to touch meth.
I didn't either. I let somebody else hold the pipe. Yeah.
Never ingested it, never touched it, I've never been anywhere near it. Well, I've been around it, but I've never done it myself,
TJ, you mean you've never rode the ice dragon? Or whatever it's called, I don't know.
And I don't want to sound like a drug addict, but I mean, if somebody were to ask me my preference,
yeah,
I don't know. We're going to have to put in. There has to be, what do you mean preference? High, length, quick. You have to put all that together because I hate to say this, but I like the high that I got when I smoked meth. It was quick and instant, but it didn't last long. And you gotta do it again. Where with weed or whatever, it takes a little longer.
With the weed, it takes a while to get the high, but once you got it, it's easy to make.
You got it for a couple hours now.
Yeah.
You see, the closest I've ever gotten to being high is through contact buzz with weed. That's it.
The thing I think as far as the upper goes, chocolate rain. Corey, I think you're a little back or something because that was a while back.
He's working probably.
But
yeah,
as far as as like an upper, I think Coke was mine. That was my choice. I was like, I really like the coke because coke didn't shoot you up as fast as the meth. It was kind of gradual up, and then you were there for about 6 hours, and then you came back down real easy, and you just slept like a log.
Yeah.
And then I was back, and I didn't really have the massive craving for it later.
All right.
So actual pure coke, or as close to pure as you could get. I mean, I liked that.
Right.
Weed, I loved. Weed was my friend.
Yeah. Yeah. I miss it sometimes. That's quite honestly. But gotta do what you gotta do.
You know, I don't miss as much of those days as you would think. It's a part of my history. It's you know, I did that, but I don't miss it as much because I got other things going for me now.
Huh. Yeah. I see that.
And it's like I could have just as much fun without the drugs. And have.
Some people can.
To say I can get pretty stupid without taking drugs. So, you know.
Well, all right, Steve, let me put it like this. If if they said that the only thing you could ever have again is weed, but it'll help you take off your weight and you could race again. Or you could smoke meth one more time. Which would you do?
How long of a period am I going to get? How long is it going to take for me to lose enough weight to race and get $10,000 so I have a race car? So
let's say 2 months.
Oh wow! Now see that changes the perspective a whole lot because then I can wait 2 months. I can wait 2 months. I don't have, as long as I can keep doing my weed pins. So yeah, I could. Yeah, bring it on. I don't need meth that bad. Now, if you were to say like 10 years, I'd take it some meth.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to touch that stuff.
I'm not. I think I know I shouldn't say this, but I mean I was able to do it. I'm one of the lucky ones that have been able to do it and then just get off of it, and stay off of it. A lot of people can't.
I've got a couple of friends that
they
went down that road where they got on it, and they're so glued to it.
It all came about. It's about chasing the high.
Yeah,
chase that high. That's what I do. That's like I probably smoke more of weed pen than I should have tonight. But right now I can tell that I'm a little bit high because instead of like a normal person, it would help with the pain. It intensifies my pain. And my feet, if I can start to hurt, but that's good because that means I can actually start to feel my feet. They don't start to hurt. I was like fucking on fire, like I'm standing on a bunch of fucking needles all the time. And it kind of burns. This has an absolute shit.
Well, I mean, that's better than feeling like you're standing on a bunch of fire ants. Oof.
Oh, fuck those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I stepped on some.
I'm still fighting them motherfuckers out of my yard.
I stepped on some of them bitches in Florida when I was younger. Ooh, that wasn't not fun.
And it's like they crawl up on you, and then they've got some signal where they all bite at once.
Yeah.
Like, you little bastards.
Hey, you got them fucking snakes too. No, I don't fucking.
Yep, we've got the rattlers down here.
I don't do snakes.
You see, you need to find the fire ant nest and do what they've been doing on the internet, pouring molten aluminum down it, and then dig it out, and then you have a nice little sculpture and a bunch of dead ants.
Yeah. I've been seeing those, yeah. That's a badass.
Yep, we do. We've got this would be a sound that you could hear in Texas.
Yeah, you guys can keep that note rope. No, thank you.
That's the rattle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Let me see. Maybe I got a better one here.
Yeah, I can't. I'd die because I can't hear them. You know, I'd have to. You believe me? Once I see the motherfucker, I'll run the motherfucker out of the way. I know we fucking. I'll never forget that fucking rental house we had in fucking Dupo. I was over there moving, and I fucking ran over a fucking nest of garter snakes, and there was fucking. I think there was a fucking million fucking snakes. I was running over those some bitches. I was out of this fucking field. This kid that was helping, he's like, "What were you doing out there?" I said, "I was running over all these fucking snakes."
Yeah, right.
And then I done like an idiot. Didn't realize, when they're fucking snakes, they start to decay, they're gonna stink.
Yeah, they do. Oh, here you go.
People start bitching.
I'm telling you, but yeah, like here I'll bring this one up, and I'll try to show you guys.
Like I got bit on the crank. I need someone to suck the venom out.
Get some up close videos.
Oh, there's one outside? Fuck that. I'm not coming to your house.
It's a monitor, bud.
That's outside? Your house?
You can hear him hissing there.
Oh.
That's on YouTube.
The big old Western Diamondback.
Get the fuck away, motherfucker. He's gonna bite.
Well, he's got the camera up there, but he's far enough away to not get hit by it. Look at how that's rattling, though.
Yeah.
Love that sound.
Yeah, the dumb son of a bitch.
I just see a rattler on a big nope rope.
Yeah. He better have that motherfucker on a fucking Sharpie stick or whatever stick on them. Muckle stick. So whatever.
Come on.
Strike
the camera. There you go. There you go.
It looks like you just picked up my...
It's a matter of time before that guy was going to strike the camera.
He said it venomed up the camera.
Oh, fucking bad.
Oh, fuck. God, I even jumped a foot when that fucker struck. Like, you bastard.
I just shit my pants.
Oh.
See, I don't do snakes. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not a fan, but,
Yeah.
I know you're not. And you know what? You know
God.
what? And you know what those, I'm going to say something. I don't even know if you ever knew this. Some of your old listeners, when I started listening to you was way back when you had Mayhem Unleashed.
Oh, yeah.
I won tickets to go to a baseball party.
Yep.
And you know what the people wanted me to do, and you know what I did, and I couldn't do it? Because they wanted me to throw a rubber snake at you.
Oh, hell no.
I remember hearing about that because I was at that party too.
I would have been so pissed.
I had a rubber snake too. I better not. He'd get mad at me.
That was actually the first time I met TJ was at that party.
Sure was.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, I'm fucking. Yes. I'm trying to get over the fear. That's the hard part. Is I'm working to get past a lot of that fear, but I'm still fucking terrified of them.
I mean, get over it. You have these motherfuckers over there where you live, where I live. The motherfuckers ain't gonna kill you. These motherfuckers where you live are gonna kill you.
Yes.
Yeah. And we got, I mean, probably the most poisonous thing we got out here, the cottonmouth, and it ain't gonna kill you. It's gonna make you hurt. It's gonna hurt like a bitch.
Hell,
But I don't think it's gonna
up there,
kill you.
there's still timber rattlers up there.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
And I mean, those, they will kill you. Right one gets the right amount of venom in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, granted, my cousin up there where I own my property, he's got his right there by mine, and he was mowing the lawn finally. And, his lawn was now at that point, it was about like 3 feet tall, right?
Oh, that's right. It takes.
Then he's out there mowing, and then he comes across a timber rattler, starts rattling at him while he's mowing, and it starts striking the muffler on his lawnmower. So he backed up and let him cross. And so what did this snake do? Uncoiled and then moved and coiled back up and started striking the muffler on the lawnmower again. Bill goes, pushes down on the handle for the mower, moves it forward, drops it right down on that snake, and watch the snake explode from underneath the lawnmower.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, that's probably what I would have done too.
He said, if it's going to sit there and strike a lawnmower muffler as hot as that is,
Yeah.
no, too dangerous to be around kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, God, I'm still deadly afraid of snakes.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of snakes either.
No.
Squirrel knows about that fear. And after I got my DUI, I had to do community service.
Mm-hmm.
So I chose to do my community service at the Las Cruces Museum of Natural History. As everybody knows, I'm a big history buff. I love history. Squirrel worked there. Squirrel knows about my fear of snakes. They had a lot of non-poisonous snakes that were in that museum. I'm showing kids different stuff about, kind of the development of the area around the Organ Mountains and northern Chihuahua Desert and stuff like that. We're discussing it, and all of a sudden I feel something slithering across my neck.
Oh hell no!
And I stopped.
There'd be something wet running down my leg.
There was almost something brown running down my leg.
Like, thank God I wore my brown pants.
I stopped, and I'm like, and it was Squirrel with one of the non-poisonous snakes, and she goes, "Oh, he likes you," and I'm like, "He's about to be my lunch."
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and
it's
she
got
takes
teeth.
him back
It
off.
can still bite.
He takes him back off of me, and she goes and puts him back in his cage. I finished with the kids, and they left, and I went back into the room, and I grabbed her, and I'm like, "Don't you ever fucking do that shit again!" Now, the snapping turtle that was there, that was my buddy. I love that guy. And he was a ham, man.
They have little personalities.
Yeah.
Oh, if he saw me coming in around back, because my last week there, I fed him. So if he saw me, he'd get back from the opening to his enclosure, let me drop his food in there. I'd close it up, he'd eat, and then he'd do a couple backflips after he ate. Like, "Hey, thanks, man," I'd walk in, I swear I would walk in, and he'd kind of wave his one claw or paw or foot or whatever you call it, but kind of wave at me as I was coming in, like, "Hey, how's it going?" He was such a fucking ham, right? But most of the time with us, he was just kind of laid back, no big deal. The kids, he's down in the water. He's doing backflips. He's swimming. He's dancing. I mean, he was a ham. It was so cool. The Gila monster.
Oh.
He was cool. The Western Diamondback rattlesnake was a fucking asshole.
Well, what did you expect? He's
You
loud.
went near him and he started rattling. He's in it. I heard that rattle for 2 weeks straight. I heard that rattle every fucking day. I'm telling you, I know that sound. I know what it is. I know what it sounds like. There was so much venom on his wall from him striking the damn enclosure. And then they put a bigger enclosure in there, and I was volunteering when they put it in. He got moved. And what they did is they grabbed him and hooked him up, brought him out. He was snapped right around his neck, right? Where he could not lunge and attack. And he's still striking. As we're trying to move him into the bigger enclosure, he's still trying to strike everybody there. He was a fucking dick. But we moved him out of the old enclosure, put him in the new one, locked him back in, and then moved his new enclosure into place where everybody could get a view of him. And it was a bigger enclosure, and he started to settle down a little bit after the bigger enclosure, but not by much.
All right. Well, it's his place, man.
But yeah, the different spiders. You kind of got to know the different desert spiders and the different snakes. I got to know which ones I could be around that were not poisonous and how to avoid that fucking dirty bastard in his enclosure.
Hey, I am not a dirty bastard.
Like to rattle all the time.
I come back and you call me a dirty bastard? The fuck, TJ?
Did you shower today?
Not yet. I expect to get more dirty
bastard. Because I showered today.
Sweetheart, I am going to get dirty tonight, right?
Yep.
Right. All right, so I got to do that before I shower.
All right, so let me see. But no, you got to working in that museum. You got to know the different types of wildlife that what could you eat if you were stuck in the desert for a week and you needed to eat something? What is edible? What can you eat? The different plant life. I mean, right now, you guys have both seen prickly pear cactus, I'm sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, right now is beautiful because prickly pear is in bloom.
Yeah.
And it's got these big yellow blooms all over it. I love it, right?
Right.
Yucca, when it blooms, is just gorgeous.
Yeah. Because fucking yucca plants got a fucking root system on them. God damn.
Oh, yeah, they do. But I'm in the desert. I should see yucca here.
Yeah.
And prickly pear and cactus and all sorts of stuff, right?
Right.
People have yucca plants up here, though. Can you pull those out? Those are the ugliest things.
No. If a yucca is taken care of properly, it's actually a good-looking plant. It's when they get out of control that it's like, ugh.
Yeah. Well, this was one that I think somebody actually threw it away because it was right along a concrete ditch.
Yeah.
And it was kind of blocking, it had gotten so big that it was kind of blocking the flow through the tile.
Yeah.
The lady wanted us to dig it out. Oh, my God. I didn't bid that fucking job enough money, that's for sure. I had to pay for more guys. I didn't do much, but I had to pay other dudes to do it.
Oh, I bet you did.
Yeah.
Man, with that being on that note, And looking at the time. And watching Milk Dud going nuts. Like, come sit with me. Did I just see a cat's ass dance?
Uh-huh.
So Adam, your final thoughts tonight.
Well, I'm trying to keep up with the Dallas, Colorado NHL playoff game. If Dallas wins, it's the end of that series, and they move on to the next round. It's 4-3 Dallas at the end of the second period. So if Colorado loses, I'm sure I'm going to hear about this on the next show. So I'm hoping Colorado wins.
From who?
From you.
What, me? No.
I mean, well, I guess technically you can't talk. I mean, it's not like the Blackhawks
I'm
are
a
in
Blackhawks
anywhere.
I'm a Blackhawks fan, and my Blackhawks did terrible this year.
Yep. But the Blues are in, though, for those who are fans of the Blues.
Yeah,
Although
Toronto's moving on to the second round.
Okay, hold on. Toronto, the Maple Leafs are moving to the second round.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a freak year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Leafs went to round 2. They used to be the biggest joke.
I know.
Yeah.
So, Steve, your final thoughts tonight.
Friday?
No, it's
Thursday?
Thursday.
Thursday. My final thoughts are been fun. Been real. I'll be back in the morning for a subscriber show. It's the Ray Lytle Morning Disaster. All you have to do is go to morningdisaster.net and sign up for a free 7 days. We'll have a Thursday, Friday show, a Saturday show. Wake and bake Monday morning, and me and Rhino, I hope, if he wakes up again, he has this thing about falling asleep after the kids go to school, and I go to wake him up, and it's not awake, and he wakes up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Remember, try 420 if you need that co-host. He's offered his services.
420, he's so distraught from his loss. I hope he's getting better. I really, because I feel so bad, because I know. I know how I
too bad. You got the championship.
Well, if I would have lost, I would have been devastated. I'd have been devastated if I lost. Because I am the oldest, and I should be able to hold my own better than anybody.
God, he fell asleep though.
And my challenge is out there to anybody to think they can outsmoke me.
Oh, I do believe I have your next challenger.
And I'm open to any. It doesn't matter if you want to do dabs, you want to do dab pen, you want to do weed, you want to do flour. We have to do. I will have to meet someone somewhere to do flour.
Because your next challenger actually challenged before the first event even took place.
Oh, really?
And his name is Rhino.
Oh shit! That's gonna be it. I'm gonna have to train a little bit for that one.
But like I said, he already challenged.
I'll do a lot of fishing this year.
Where you can get some flour.
Yeah. But they're catching some big fucking fish in Illinois. around here. Big fucking fish.
Yeah, you're
What
getting a few
fucking-
this year.
4 or 5 fucking pounds bluegill. Fucking 30-pound fucking buffalo and Decatur. 2 of those been pulled out of Decatur Lake. I wouldn't eat anything out of Decatur Lake. But hey.
All right. So with that being said, Brady says, "Well, Rhino will actually show up."
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
if Rhino doesn't show up, he forfeits and Steve wins again.
Yep.
So that would be where that would go. So remember, if you check out iVlog, that you've got a good chance of catching 420 there where he's doing his music show. Of course, Steve will be back tomorrow and Saturday with Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster for the subscriber shows. Back here Sunday evening with us. And then Monday morning with Wake and Bake, and of course, everything that runs there.
Don't forget Adam does Sunday night.
Adam will be on
forget
Weird
Adam.
Frequencies Sunday nights
Yeah.
with the incomparable hardcore Rob Hansen. And there's that Tyler guy. And then some other guy that's got like dirty van disease or something. I don't know why he can't clean his van, but it's DVD all over. But thank you everyone for tuning in. I personally will see you again Sunday night, 4 p.m. like always. This has been Mayhem's Amigos After Dark. We'll see you then. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
14-inch crappie, hell, damn.